Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. This is Dr. Mridula V. Amarnathya. So I would like to know how is your journey of pregnancy going so far. Any queries or any clarifications that you need to make, just write down in the comment box and I shall discuss it with you. So hope so. As of now, the entire journey is going well, and I'm sure as you're approaching your expected date, you have a lot of queries, a lot of things running in your mind. Absolutely normal process. Even I had the same feeling. In spite being a doctor myself, even I had those anxieties. Probably would I have a normal delivery, or what would happen on a C-section. Okay, so there is this one thing which you must have heard, that you were expecting a normal delivery, but then you had to undergo a C-section because the baby had some fetal distress. So what do you mean by fetal distress? Or how is it going to affect your process of delivery? Do you have any idea? Well, stay tuned to know more, because I'm going to discuss with you what exactly is fetal distress and how is it going to affect the mother, the baby, why does it happen, and what mode of delivery you will have to opt for. So during the process of labor and delivery, the fetal heart rate is constantly monitored. So normally the fetal heart rate should be between 110 to 160 beats per minute. Now, but if it is either too low or if it is too high, then that means that the fetus is in some amount of distress. There can also be another scenario where the fetal heart rate is in the normal range, but it will have a troublesome pattern. That means the patterns are very irregular and not the normal wave. So in that case, again, it is an indication that the fetus is under some sort of a distress. Now, this fetal distress is basically because there is a reduction in the amount of oxygen supplied to the fetus. Now, we all know oxygen is very necessary, right? Even if you just close your nose and try to breathe with your mouth, nose all closed, if you do not get any oxygen, you feel a little distressed. Similarly, even the young fetus, if it doesn't receive the adequate amount of oxygen, there is some sort of a distress. Now, why does that happen? Especially as you approach towards term, a lot of changes again happens in your body, and when you're entering into the labor process, again a lot of changes happen. So what are the possible causes that could lead to this fetal distress? So what happens is, one common reason is when there is an umbilical cord compression. So each time the uterus contracts, there is a compression of this umbilical cord, squeezing of this umbilical cord, and this can cause fetal distress. Or if there is an umbilical cord prolapse, that is, the umbilical cord is coming out ahead of the baby. Or if the mother's blood pressure is too high, like I told you, preeclampsia. Or if the mother's blood pressure is too low, either during any drug or an epidural reaction. Or if there is some sort of a maternal hemorrhage, like placental abruption, placenta previa, or trauma. Or maternal fever or infections of the uterus and fetal membranes. Or if there is a postnatal pregnancy or meconium or stress. So these are the most common causes that can cause some amount of fetal distress in the baby. So it is important that we quickly analyze the readings in the monitor and quickly take action, because we cannot allow the fetus to have a distress for a very long period of time. Okay, so it again depends whether the distress is mild, moderate, or severe. For example, if the distress is mild and the cervix is fully dilated, then the patient may be given oxygen and watched vigilantly with the plan that she will deliver soon. Another scenario is if the distress is severe and the cervix is many hours away from delivery, a C-section is recommended. Again, the third scenario is if the distress is severe and the cervix is fully dilated, an instrumental, like I said, a forceps or a vacuum vaginal delivery may be an option. So like I said, before taking into any decision, it is important to see how the distress is. If it is mild, moderate, severe. Based on that, along with that, the cervix, whether it is fully dilated or if it is partially dilated, and the situation of the mother, whether the mother is already exhausted, stressful, that you think she will not be able to push any further, then we will have to take decisions based on that. But the decisions have to be very quick, and your doctor will certainly be able to help you. But I'm just letting you know so that you're also aware and you know why the doctor is, taking such and such a decision. Okay? So not to worry, things will go absolutely fine. But just be aware of what is happening and do not be ignorant. Okay? So stay absolutely safe and stay healthy and stay happy, most importantly. Thank you. Bye-bye.